For the first time in the history of humanity, we are just wasting time on something that's basically yielding nothing for us. Why is it? We all know scrolling at something that's not very important to us. We have much more things to do in our life than to merely looking at the computer screens or screens in general and wasting your valuable times in your life. Can you imagine us? We all know this is a very addicting behavior. We just try to stop it, but we couldn't stop it. Why? In this video, we will explore a way to stop it and explore the screen addiction in general and to get rid of it altogether. Understand why we can't focus and have a really bad, terrible attention span is we need to really understand the fundamental reality of a brain. See, attention span historically, biologically speaking, we've been trained on picking up novelties in our surroundings while we are, in an agriculturalist or hunter-gatherers. It was like millions of years, and biologically we are wired to pick novelties is just new things that's been happening around, so we just like curious in exploring various things to detect threat or look for potential opportunity or look for food or mating. Let it be anything, we are wired to detect novelty. Now let's just imagine that novelty is on steroids. Basically that's just be scrolling, so we just tap into our senses while we scroll. So we have different emotions in one specific content we consume, and then we scroll away, and then there is completely unrelated or total opposite what we had, and we just switches up on emotions real quick, and then the next thing. So you just have an interest in another one, completely forgotten the previous one. All of a sudden you're just mindlessly scrolling. The scrolling time, the neurotransmitters in your brain is just like kind of slows down, so you just mindlessly doing the act without you even realizing it. It just become entirely impossible to stop this thing. Then how to get over it? For that we need to understand the attention economy. It's a new landscape of economy that's pretty new, so it was just a decade old probably. So historically we moved from a static billboards. So it's just like advertisement is just generous. Advertisement is for everyone. Now we have micro advertisement, personalized advertisement to each one of us. And almost all of the corporation now has a metric called what they call micro engagement density. It's just basically a precise measurement of how long you just consuming a content and what type of contents are you consuming, so that is just bombard the ad to you. Is just a sophisticated version of capitalism. As of now, the global average for average screen time sits around 4.5 hours a day. For the Gen Z population, it's even higher. It's 6 to 7 hours a day. The sad part is that doesn't even count school or work screen time. Is just like a distraction screen time. We are biologically wired for distraction. We really need to understand the craving system of human mind. The brain's dopamine system is not exploited for the reward itself, but for anticipation of it. AI system now can optimize how to anticipate such behavior, specifically to sustain this state of craving among people so that they never leave the platform, including YouTube. I'm talking now. They just deliberately wanting to have like a perpetual loop of one thing, always one thing among the users. And the brain's neuroplasticity is a really interesting phenomenon where the neurons in the brain revise itself according to what we're doing. But these are meant for deep learning and deep contemplation, not for the craving cycle. So while we consume content mindlessly, having a huge number of screen time on a regular basis, screen time means I'm just distracted and mindless scrolling. I would just say this neural system in our brain, the neuroplasticity is gonna break down. So your brain won't change to the task you're doing. Basically meaning you're just damaging your brain's ability to form new connections, to learn new skills. So you can't even focus for an extended period of time as a result. Then how to get over it and how to reclaim your sense of yourself and focus on the work you're doing. I would say we have to have like a notification zero period in every day, either it's morning or late night just before sleeping. So I would just say implement a strict protocol where you'll be spending quite a brief moment of time without screen, mainly smartphones, and just disable all the notifications, or just like keep your phone aside, like really far away, and just like have a walk outside, and just really having a moment to think about yourself. And you should embrace boredom. I really want to add like a real psychological phenomenon called physical anchoring. So you'll just keeping your phone aside unless there is important notification comes up from anyone else. So just keep your phone upside down, or real quite far away from the actual work you're doing. So it's just like physically anchoring yourself to forbid yourself to using the smartphone every now and then, not constantly check the notification all the time. Above all, I would say have nothing time, just time for yourself, at least 30 minutes a day. That means do nothing. You should listen to your thoughts and just sit in a quiet place, and maybe or may not close your eyes, and just listen to your thoughts. You'll be really surprised what the crappy things comes in your mind, because you have no idea. You're just like hustling all the way through your entire day, probably for months, but you have no idea what kind of random thoughts coming into your mind while you sit in a quiet place and just listen to your own thought. The more the quality, it's just reducing the latency of thoughts, so you just have less thoughts and really focus on what you're doing, just reducing your brain waves and just focusing on yourself and sensing the world around yourself. It's just a deep contemplation about something, of which most people aren't capable of this. I know it's really hard for some of you to do this or even try this, but it's one way to get over the attention span issues, and it's really a psychologically based, evidence-based method. So I should really encourage everyone to try it, and just getting over the screen addiction altogether is not worth it, guys. And also, it's my first ever YouTube video that I've ever made, and if you really like my content, I know it's not gonna sound perfect, but I really encourage if you subscribe. If you watch this video this long, that means you're really interested in what I'm speaking. Subscribe and just support me, guys. Thank you.